Good evening, dear friend. Take a slow, peaceful breath, and once again, allow your mind to drift toward the vast Atlantic Ocean. Morning has arrived aboard the Titanic. The first rays of sunlight rise gently above the eastern horizon, spilling golden light across the endless sea. The water is remarkably calm, moving in soft waves that shimmer like polished glass. The air is cool and fresh. The sky is clear. It promises to be another beautiful day. Far above, a few seabirds circle the ship before gliding away into the distance. Soon, there is nothing but the quiet rhythm of the ocean and the steady heartbeat of the Titanic's engines. The ship sails onward with quiet confidence. Inside the first-class cabins, passengers slowly awaken to the gentle motion of the sea. Some open their curtains and smile as warm sunlight fills their rooms. Others step onto their private balconies, breathing in the crisp ocean air while watching the endless blue horizon stretch in every direction. Down the elegant hallways, stewards greet guests with warm smiles. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Every conversation is calm. Every moment feels unhurried. Breakfast is soon served. Fresh pastries. Warm porridge. Seasonal fruit. Eggs, tea, and rich coffee. The dining room fills with soft conversations as silver cutlery quietly rests against fine china. Outside, the promenade deck begins to welcome its first visitors of the day. Ladies walk beneath wide-brimmed hats, their dresses gently moving with the sea breeze. Gentlemen stroll beside them, discussing travel, business, and the excitement of arriving in New York. Some passengers carry cameras, hoping to capture memories of this remarkable voyage. Others simply lean against the polished railings, enjoying the peaceful silence that only the open ocean can offer. In second class, children finish breakfast quickly before asking their parents if they may explore the decks. Their laughter drifts through the corridors as they discover new corners of the magnificent ship. Everything feels exciting. Everything feels safe. Down in third class, the morning is just as cheerful. Families gather around simple wooden tables, sharing warm bread and friendly conversation. Many passengers come from different countries, yet smiles require no translation. A young couple from Ireland shares stories with a family from Sweden. Nearby, two little girls who speak different languages begin playing together as if they have been friends for years. The Titanic has become a small floating world. A place where thousands of lives briefly meet beneath one sky. Far below, deep inside the ship, engineers continue their careful work. The great engines move with perfect rhythm. Massive pistons rise and fall. Steam flows through polished pipes. Everything works exactly as designed. On the bridge, Captain Edward Smith quietly studies the calm Atlantic through his binoculars. The weather remains excellent. Visibility stretches for miles. The sea seems peaceful beyond measure. No storm clouds gather. No rough waves disturb the journey. Only calm water. A gentle breeze. And another beautiful morning aboard the greatest ship ever built. As the Titanic continues her graceful voyage westward, no one aboard can imagine how precious these peaceful hours will one day become. Welcome back, dear friend. The morning slowly gives way to a peaceful afternoon, and the Titanic continues her graceful journey across the Atlantic. The gentle sound of the sea follows the ship like a quiet melody, never hurried, never loud. The sky is a brilliant shade of blue. Soft white clouds drift lazily overhead. The cool breeze carries the fresh scent of the ocean across the wide wooden decks. Many passengers choose to spend the afternoon outside. Some settle into comfortable deck chairs, wrapped in light blankets as they read novels or write postcards they hope to mail once they reach New York. Others simply close their eyes for a few peaceful moments, listening to the steady whisper of the waves. On the boat deck, a young mother sits beside her little daughter. Together, they count the seagulls flying high above the ship. When the birds finally disappear into the distance, the little girl smiles and asks, "Do you think the birds know where we're going?" Her mother gently brushes a strand of hair from her face. Perhaps, she whispers. Or maybe they're simply enjoying the journey, just like we are. Not far away, two elderly gentlemen sit on a wooden bench, quietly talking about the changing world. They speak of growing cities, new inventions, and how remarkable it feels to cross the Atlantic on such a magnificent ship. One of them looks toward the endless horizon and smiles. "I've sailed before," he says softly, "but never with such comfort." Deep inside the Titanic, life continues with the same calm rhythm. The kitchens are filled with the comforting aroma of fresh bread, warm soup, and baked pies. Chefs move with quiet confidence, carefully preparing meals for every passenger, from the grand dining rooms of first class to the family tables of third class. Every meal is served with care. Every guest is welcomed with kindness. Meanwhile, the crew continues their daily routine. Stewards polish shining handrails until they reflect the afternoon sunlight. Engineers carefully inspect the powerful machinery below deck. Officers quietly record the ship's position and weather conditions in the ship's log. Everything is orderly. Everything is peaceful. As the afternoon stretches on, the Atlantic becomes even calmer. The water is so smooth that it reflects the sky like a giant mirror. Standing at the railing, it almost feels as though the Titanic is floating through the clouds. Passengers fall silent as they admire the breathtaking view. Moments like these need no conversation. Only quiet appreciation. As the golden sun begins to sink toward the western horizon, its warm light spreads across the ocean, turning the water into shimmering ribbons of gold and amber. The great ship sails gently through this beautiful evening, carrying dreams, hopes, and quiet conversations toward a distant shore. No one is in a hurry. No one wishes the day to end. For aboard the Titanic, every peaceful moment feels like a treasured memory waiting to be remembered. And as the first evening stars begin to appear above the calm Atlantic, another gentle night slowly approaches. Good evening once again, dear friend. The sun has now slipped below the distant horizon, leaving behind a sky painted with gentle shades of lavender, rose, and deep blue. One by one, the first stars begin to appear above the Atlantic, shining softly over the quiet sea. The Titanic continues her graceful voyage. Her great engines hum with a steady rhythm, while gentle waves glide past her hull like a peaceful lullaby. As darkness settles, hundreds of warm lights begin to glow throughout the ship. From a distance, the Titanic looks like a floating city of golden light, moving silently through the endless ocean. Inside the grand dining room, the final dinner of the evening is coming to a close. Soft conversations fill the room. Crystal glasses sparkle beneath elegant chandeliers. The ship's musicians perform gentle melodies that drift quietly through the air. Many passengers pause for a moment, simply listening. It is one of those rare evenings when everything feels perfectly peaceful. After dinner, some guests take a slow walk along the promenade deck. Wrapped in warm coats, they breathe in the cool ocean air. The breeze is crisp but gentle, carrying only the scent of the sea. Far below, the Atlantic stretches into darkness, calm and smooth beneath the starlit sky. A young husband and wife stop at the railing. Neither of them speaks for a while. Finally, the husband smiles. "I don't think I've ever seen so many stars." His wife looks upward. "It feels," she whispers, "as though the whole sky is watching over us." Nearby, a little boy stands beside his father. Together they search the heavens for familiar constellations. "There," his father says quietly, pointing toward the sky. "That's the Big Dipper." The boy's eyes grow wide with wonder. He tries to remember every star, hoping to tell the story again when they reach America. Elsewhere aboard the ship, the day slowly comes to an end. Stewards quietly prepare the cabins for the night. Fresh blankets are folded neatly. Lamps glow with a warm, welcoming light. The long hallways become peaceful as passengers begin wishing one another good night. Deep below the decks, the engineers continue their watch. The great engines work faithfully, never missing a beat. Coal fires burn steadily inside the boilers, sending gentle power through the mighty ship. On the bridge, Captain Edward Smith steps outside for a final look at the ocean. The sea remains unusually calm. The stars shine brilliantly above. The air has become colder than the nights before, but everything appears peaceful. The officers quietly record the day's progress in the ship's log before continuing their watch. No one rushes. No one worries. The Titanic sails onward with quiet confidence, carrying thousands of dreams across the sleeping Atlantic. As midnight slowly approaches, most passengers have fallen asleep. The music has faded. The laughter has grown quiet. Only the soft whisper of the sea remains. The great ship glides gently beneath a sky filled with countless stars, as though the ocean and the heavens have become one. Tonight is calm. Tonight is beautiful. And somewhere beyond the dark horizon, tomorrow is waiting. Good evening, dear friend. Take a slow, peaceful breath. Imagine the Titanic sailing quietly beneath the gentle morning sky. The Atlantic is calm once again, its endless blue waters rising and falling in a slow, comforting rhythm. The ship moves steadily westward, leaving only a trail of white foam behind her. It is Sunday, April 14, 1912. For the passengers, it feels like another beautiful day at sea. The morning begins as it always has. Stewards softly knock on cabin doors. Breakfast is served with warm smiles. Children laugh as they hurry onto the open decks, eager to breathe the cool ocean air. No one aboard knows that this ordinary day will soon become one of the most remembered days in history. High above the bridge, the wireless antenna stretches proudly into the sky. Hidden inside a quiet room, two young wireless operators begin another busy morning. Their names are Jack Phillips and Harold Bride. From sunrise until late at night, they listen to invisible voices traveling through the air. In those days, wireless messages were something truly remarkable. Across hundreds of miles of open ocean, ships could speak to one another without seeing each other. It felt almost like magic. The wireless room is small but always busy. The clicking sound of Morse code fills the air. Click, click, click. Short messages arrive from distant ships. Some are personal notes from passengers hoping to send greetings to family members waiting in America. Others contain business news from Europe. The operators work patiently, writing each message by hand before sending it onward. Outside, life aboard the Titanic continues peacefully. Passengers enjoy another quiet morning on deck. Some gather beneath warm blankets in deck chairs, reading novels while the gentle breeze turns the pages. Others simply watch the endless Atlantic, amazed by its beauty. Far below, the engines continue their steady heartbeat. Everything seems calm. Everything seems perfect. Then, a message arrives from another ship. Its captain reports something important. Large fields of sea ice have been spotted farther ahead along the northern shipping route. Jack Phillips carefully writes the message before passing it along. The bridge receives the report. Ice in the North Atlantic is not unusual during spring. Experienced captains have seen such reports many times before. The officers quietly note the information and continue watching the sea. The Titanic sails onward beneath clear blue skies. Another wireless message soon arrives. Then another. Several nearby ships also report drifting ice and floating icebergs. Each report is received with calm professionalism. Nothing about the weather appears dangerous. The sea remains smooth. The sky remains clear. Passengers continue enjoying another peaceful day, completely unaware of the quiet messages passing between ships across the Atlantic. Above them, the sun shines brightly. Children laugh. Friends share stories. Families dream about New York. And through the invisible air, the wireless operators continue listening. Patiently. Carefully. As the great ocean quietly whispers its ancient warnings. Welcome back, dear friend. The afternoon sun hangs gently above the Atlantic, filling the endless ocean with shimmering light. The Titanic sails onward with quiet confidence, her great engines keeping a steady and comforting rhythm beneath the decks. For everyone on board, it feels like another perfect day. Passengers stroll along the promenade, smiling as the cool breeze brushes across their faces. Some gather in the lounges for friendly conversation, while others settle into comfortable chairs with books resting in their laps. Time seems to move more slowly here. Peacefully. Gracefully. Far below the bridge, inside the wireless room, the day grows busier. The clicking of the Morse key never seems to stop. Click, click, click. Wireless operator Jack Phillips works with remarkable speed. Beside him, Harold Bride carefully organizes the growing stack of messages. Many passengers are eager to send greetings to friends and family waiting in America. Looking forward to arriving in New York. The voyage has been wonderful. See you in a few days. Each message carries excitement, hope, and anticipation. Between these personal messages, reports from other ships continue to arrive. One ship describes floating ice. Another reports several large icebergs drifting farther west. The information is carefully received and passed along. On the bridge, the officers calmly review each report. They understand that the North Atlantic often carries ice during the spring months. Nothing around the Titanic appears unusual. The sky remains bright. The sea remains calm. The ship continues steadily along her planned course. As afternoon slowly becomes evening, the temperature begins to change. The breeze feels a little cooler than it did that morning. Some passengers return to their cabins for warmer coats before stepping outside again. Many simply notice how wonderfully fresh the air feels. The Atlantic itself seems almost perfectly still. There are very few waves. The ocean looks smooth enough to reflect the sky like polished glass. It is a breathtaking sight. As the sun begins its slow descent, Captain Edward Smith quietly walks onto the bridge. He gazes toward the distant horizon. The sea stretches endlessly before him. His officers stand nearby, keeping their careful watch. Everything appears peaceful. Everything appears under control. Nearby, a young couple leans against the railing, watching the golden sunset spread across the water. "It doesn't even feel like we're moving," the young woman says softly. Her husband smiles. "That's because she's such a remarkable ship." The last light of day slowly fades. One by one, the stars begin to appear above the Atlantic once again. Inside the wireless room, the sound of Morse code continues without pause. Some messages bring greetings. Others bring weather reports. And a few continue to mention ice farther ahead. The operators remain focused on their work, knowing that every message matters. Outside, however, the passengers know only peace. They see a beautiful evening. A sky filled with stars. And a ship sailing confidently across the calm Atlantic. The ocean remains silent. Its ancient secrets hidden beneath the darkening sky. And somewhere beyond the horizon, the night quietly continues to unfold. Good evening, dear friend. The last colors of sunset have now faded beyond the western horizon. Night gently settles over the Atlantic, wrapping the great Titanic in a blanket of quiet darkness. Above, thousands of stars sparkle with remarkable clarity, their light reflected upon an ocean so calm that it seems almost like polished glass. There is very little wind. The sea is peaceful. The ship moves forward with quiet confidence. Inside the warm lounges, passengers enjoy the final hours of another pleasant day. Soft music drifts through the first-class reception room, where friends share stories and gentle laughter. Some finish writing letters to loved ones waiting in New York. Others sip warm tea while watching the stars through the large windows. In second and third class, families prepare for another restful night. Children, tired from a day of exploring the ship, fall asleep almost as soon as their heads touch the pillows. Parents quietly tuck blankets around them before whispering goodnight. It feels like any other peaceful evening at sea. Meanwhile, deep inside the wireless room, the gentle clicking of Morse code continues. Click. 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 Jack Phillips adjusts his headphones as another message arrives through the invisible waves of the air. A nearby ship reports seeing several large icebergs earlier that evening. Another message follows with similar information. The operators faithfully pass these reports along, just as they have done throughout the day. On the bridge, the officers continue their watch beneath a sky brighter than anyone can remember. The stars are magnificent. The moon, however, has not yet risen. Without moonlight, the ocean appears darker than usual. Even so, the night feels calm and beautiful. Captain Edward Smith quietly wishes the officers a peaceful watch before retiring for the evening. The experienced crew members remain alert, scanning the horizon as the Titanic glides steadily westward. Far above them, in the crow's nest, two lookouts stand quietly in the cold night air. Their breath forms tiny clouds as they gaze into the darkness ahead. They see stars. They see the calm sea. But beyond that, only darkness. Still, the voyage continues peacefully. Down below, the great engines maintain their familiar rhythm. Steady. Reliable. Comforting. For the passengers asleep in their cabins, the gentle vibration of the ship feels almost like a cradle, rocking them softly through the quiet Atlantic night. No one dreams of danger. Instead, they dream of tomorrow. Of New York Harbor. Of family waiting on the pier. Of new jobs, new homes, and new beginnings. The ocean keeps its silence. Its surface is smooth. Its secrets remain hidden beneath the cold, dark water. And yet, somewhere far ahead, unseen in the night, nature quietly waits, patient and unmoving. But that moment has not yet arrived. For now, the Titanic continues her graceful journey beneath a sky filled with countless stars. The lights aboard the great ship glow warmly against the darkness, like a peaceful lantern crossing an endless sea. Sleep comes easily to most who are aboard. The Atlantic whispers softly against the hull. The engines hum their gentle lullaby. And the night, calm and still, carries the Titanic toward the next chapter of her unforgettable voyage.